So let's break down Max Homa, the people's champ, the biggest name on tour right now. So I've got a circle around his head, a couple lines on each side of his legs. See if he has any sway one way or the other, or if he breaks through that front plane through impact here. One of the first things I want you to notice is he does have a very strong left-hand grip. You can see 3 knuckles on that left gloved hand. He's got that hand way over on top of the grip, which helps him kind of close the club face at impact. Setup here looks perfect. Ball just inside of his left heel. He's got this a little farther back than a lot of guys. A lot of guys will have it more right off this left heel, but sometimes they'll put it back in their stance a little bit if they want to hit a little lower shot or if they want to hit a cut. It just depends on what he feels is best. You can see this front foot is flared out just a little bit. Helps with that hip rotation as he comes through. So let's get into the backswing here. So as he comes back, you can see he keeps that driver head very low to the ground, trying to get as much length as possible in that backswing. A little bit of a sway backwards, but he kind of rotates right around that back leg. Once he gets to this position, head hasn't moved much. He does look like he has swayed a little bit backwards, just a little, but as long as he can repeat it, not an issue. Continuing on here, you can see even more here. His head is actually swayed back a little bit as well. His front hip is well away from that front line there. He's got a little bit of a bend in that front leg, trying to get the weight off of it. Very good shoulder rotation. Weight is all on his back leg right now, and then as he gets to the top, he starts to has a slight squat, just sits down on that left leg as he pushes that hip forward towards the target. Head drops down. He whips that club down into the slot. A lot of right leg bend here. You can see here, look at this as he's coming through. Definitely pushing towards the target here. This back foot already coming off the ground, that back heel. As he gets into the impact area, his head is staying well behind the golf ball here. You can see he's got a little bit of a forward shaft lean right at impact, which a lot of guys don't do that with the driver. Again, with him having it teed up just a little bit back, he may be trying to hit just kind of a fairway finder, which they will tend to hit a little more down on the ball when they're doing that because it increases spin, which increases their ability to control the golf ball. Continuing through impact, you can see starts to close those hands over as he makes impact. Rips that as he gets to this position. You can see that right hand is now on top of the left, getting through impact. Head stays low, very well balanced on his follow through. Let's take a look at down the line. So down the line here, you can see very nice setup. He does arch that lower back just a little bit, where a lot of guys will kind of have those hips underneath them a little more. Not an issue, just differs from player to player. Let's go ahead and draw a plain line here through the center of his waist. And let's see how he does here on the backswing. As he brings it back just inside the plane, which is fine. Comes a little bit, he gets a little steep compared to others. He's not as laid off at the top. Once he gets to the top, though, you can see club face is just a little bit shut compared to his wrist angle. You can see no bow in the wrist at the top, but you can see the club face is a little bit closed compared to that arm angle and wrist angle there at the top. That is mainly due because of his right hand over here. His right wrist is definitely flexed and bent quite a bit, which is going to close that club face. If he'll straighten that right wrist, it kind of will keep it more square. You can see very good shoulder turn. And then as he comes down, ripping that club right down on plane, gets just underneath the plane there, fires those hips. You can see, again, that right foot is coming off the ground already. cuts across the golf ball. He typically plays just a little bit of a cut. So you can see as he makes contact, he hits it with the center, but then as he gets through, you can see he's ripping it pretty far left through impact. Head staying very low behind the golf ball. Very balanced. One of the best players on tour. Up and coming. Love the guy. Very likable. Super funny. Super family oriented. Just nothing bad to say about Max Homa. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more.